Hej alle sammen. Hej hele Danmark. Vi er lige låst inde lige nu, men det stopper os ikke. Vi har så mange ting, vi kan snakke om her i den her periode. Og sidste uge havde vi sådan en fantastisk tale på KEITH SCHREITER, og vi har en fantastisk gave i dag. Det er nemlig hans søn. Det gør os en ære med at komme og fortælle os noget i dag. And then I'm going to switch over to after welcoming everybody in Danish, I'm going to welcome our guest speaker today. Keith, a lot of us are subscribing to, the different things that Big Al also has. And it's amazing to see right now all the things that are coming in and even the newsletters that we're getting from you guys and talking about icebreakers. And that's going to be our topic for today. And especially in these times, what are you doing for breaking the ice right now? So
all right,
thank you for taking the time to come on. We so appreciate you taking time to come on and talk to us here in Denmark.
Oh, excellent. Anytime. And what I'll do is I'll do a screen share. Hopefully my face will still be there as well in the corner, possibly. But yes, a lot of times people are home right now. Whether it's their choice or not their choice, it's a reality of the situation. So some people say, oh my goodness, how am I going to bill? People are conserving their money. And then the other half say, oh my goodness, this is great. People think, you know what, this may happen again. Or, I really don't like my commute. I really want to do something different. And it opens up. Exact same thing with my friends in real estate. Some of them say, oh my goodness, nobody wants to look at houses. And my other friends go, oh my goodness, this is great. People want to move. They want to, think about maybe, they realize how bad their commute is. So really, it's all how we look at it. Somebody always wins, just like the stock market. Some people buy high, some people buy low. It's all how we look at it and all how we internalize it. So yes, I think it's honestly even a better time now that it's an unfortunate situation, but it's how we really present our business. So by the way, if I go too fast, feel free to interrupt. I'm going to go really fast today because I really want people to have an icebreaker that they can use right away. Time is the most valuable asset, even if we're all at home. So the big thing with icebreakers is we don't want to feel awkward. A lot of times people say, well, that's this great prospect. And oh my goodness, hundreds of people, if they do something everybody follows, they have a great influence, they're an influencer, what do I say? And sometimes, and I've done it before, we've blown it. We said something completely awkward and we're like, oh my goodness, oh, I can't believe I did this. But what if we're prepared? Now think about your new distributor that comes in. They know nothing. Like, we're all leaders here on the call on Zoom because you guys are taking your time to learn. But think about the new distributor that comes in all excited and they say something like, oh my goodness, oh, why did I say that? Or they get a no, or it's not even a not now, it's just like I can't believe you said that. We've all made mistakes. So the big thing is, let's have something we can use that people say, please tell me more, or that sounds great, versus, whoa, sales approaching, they're trying to sell me something. No, if we view our business in the right way, people are going to go, wow, they're here to solve my problem. I have this problem. They're here to take care of it. And we don't want to be awkward. We've all done something crazy. I'm going to go through these slides real quick. Don't worry too much. The big thing is we want to feel comfortable. We don't want to be anxious and sweat every time we have to talk to a prospect like, oh, okay, what am I supposed to say? Well, if it's natural and it's easy to say, we all can say it, and our new distributors can say it, and we're excited. That's just a funny little picture. So here's the way I like to look at icebreakers. Now, last cheesiness before I give you some real content here. I like magic tricks, kind of illusion really. This represents a deck of cards. I really need to get a better photo first of all. But the big thing is, if you look at standard deck of cards, 52 cards, at the very far left are the aces. So if you talk to 52 people, and on average, you're probably going to get about 4 distributors out of it. Now, just talking, just saying your icebreaker, maybe being able to show, just on average, 52 people, you can probably get about 4 distributors. Now, everything between a 2 and a 10, those are just no's. Like, not even a not now, just nope, maybe in 10 years. I'm not interested. I have other stuff going on in my life, or it doesn't matter. It's just a no. But here's the best part. In these 12 right here, the Jack, Queens, and Kings, those are customers. So you'll probably get 12 customers out of it. But here's the best thing, and I love cheesy card tricks, and I'm already warning you, it's a card trick. So if you look at, there's probably a little bit of a haze there, or lighting there. So if you look at the number 6, so this is a distributor out of the deck of cards. They're like, no, 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 not right now, or oh, I don't believe it, or it's too good to be true, whatever programming they have. So if you have a good icebreaker, you can turn that negative person into a distributor. So yes, cheesy card trick, but I love it. So if you have a really good icebreaker, you are set. So let's get right into it. One more thing about programming and our mindset: people love to buy. Even now, some people say, well, people aren't spending money. Trust me, they're spending money and they love to buy. No, they don't really want to be sold. They don't want to be saying, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to buy this. But they love to buy if it's something that makes them happy. If you need a car, you probably, need a car. It's a problem that they have. So we're going to think about the problems that they have, not only in your products, but also in, of course, the big one we normally try to focus on is opportunities. So always remember, people love purchasing. And if it's something that they have a value, and I believe our products and of course the opportunity has a value, then it's so much easier to talk to people. It's not a, oh my goodness, what am I going to say? So let's get right into it. This is kind of a checklist, and obviously I think this is recorded so you can screenshot these notes before, but the big thing is we want it to be effective where people say, please tell me more. So this is the second one. I'll give you one really quick. A lot of times when someone's brand new into the business, and I'll give you another one where somebody says, I've been in the business for, or I've already talked to this person, or whatever. So here's the first one that I like to use. There's a big thing, especially here in the US, especially with people right now, is their sense of who they are a lot of times is their job, especially with guys, because we're pretty one-dimensional, we're pretty boring. But for guys, it's, what do you do for a living? And most of the time, if you talk to somebody, you kind of ask what they do for a living, what they do is they give you their job title. Like, I'm a manager at this store. I'm a engineer for this. That doesn't make sense. And we already kind of know what it is. So like my friends in real estate, like, well, I'm a realtor. Well, people kind of already know what realtors do, or they have a preconceived notion of what they do. So we don't really want to say, I'm a distributor for X company, or, I'm looking for people. A lot of times it doesn't say, please tell me more. So the big thing is, remember, we want to solve someone's problem. So what can we say to bridge opportunity? So when people say, what do you do for a living? The common, reciprocity is 9 times out of 10, they go, well, what do you do for a living? So if you're brand new, meeting people in networking groups, even online, there's online networking groups now, especially right now. So the phrase is, I show people how to. So what that is, that's an action. As people say, I'm a manager at this store. Do you manage people? Do you actually do anything? Are you the boss, or do you tell people? There's so much things that can go wrong with that. And we say we're a distributor. Okay, I kind of know what that is, or it's a preconceived notion, whatever. But if I show people how to, it's like, oh, you actually do something. So what is their problem? So let's kind of go through opportunity first. What do most people want? Do they want financial freedom? Yes, they do, but it could be kind of a stretch, or it's a word that they're not used to. Or, do they want residual income? Do they understand residual income? Is it more of like a insurance sales, or they may have preconceived notions. So I show people how to maybe get rid of their commute. Now, if you said that, people say, well, what do you mean? How does that go? Again, they're looking forward. I show people how to get a second paycheck without a second job. Well, how does that work? I show people how to take an extra week vacation for free. What does that mean? So they're always looking forward to. So really, we want to solve their problem that they have. So So I'll go through a lot more, and we can role play back and forth, and you can type them into the Q&A as far as when you feel like I feel comfortable saying this. But let's kind of go through the product. So if I'm trying to see here, I just want to make sure that I have the product correct. So if you can kind of tell me what's the benefit of the product that you have. Is it, if they take it, what could they what could they see, feel? I just want to make sure I get it correct, and we can kind of really
Fantastic.
knock this out of the park.
How about if we use right now one of the things that we can say of our product about boosting the immune system?
Yes, excellent. But and so I believe it's an oil, right?
Yes,
It's the omega.
essential oil. Most of
Hmm.
us are talking about our health protocol, which is a 3-step process of the oil is our number one seller, but also the vitamins and minerals and our prebiotic called xenobiotic. So those 3 together is our health protocol to boost our immune system.
Okay, excellent. So a lot of times, what people want is, especially right now, they want to boost their immune system. So let's, the problem they have is I show people how to boost their immune system from the comfort of their own home. They're not having to, go to, I know here, especially they're doing like a lot of IV injections and things like that. So that's hot here. So just saying boost your immune system, that's pretty hot. I mean, and a lot of times I know if you take the health protocol, or, I've been in nutrition all my life. I think I've taken vitamins before I was born. But the thing is, a lot of times people say, if they take it, they're going to get more energy. If they take it, they're going to lose some weight. If they take it, they're going to have all day energy. So a lot of times, if the time is not right with the immune, all of a sudden the world is back to normal. I show people how to have all day energy without relying on caffeine. Oh my goodness, well, I normally take 4 cups of coffee a day. So there's a lot that you can kind of do just by keeping the end in mind. So the end in mind is boosting the immune system. The end in mind is um, all day energy. So when they say, how does that work? Say, oh, we have a simple 3-step health protocol. Oh, it's simple? So you can kind of see where you kind of play with some words on that. So I'll go through one more really quick before we kind of turn over to Q&A. A lot of times people say, I've already talked to this person before, or I really want to follow up with them. And if I said the words, now in Danish, obviously, the translation may be, you may have to help me out on the translation there at the end here. But if I say in US, I just found out, people kind of go, they have that suspense feeling like, what is it? Is there a secret? Is there something that I need to know about? What is it? So if you say those words in the US, it's just super simple to say. And of course, you add the benefit to the end. I just found out how we can boost our immune system for the comfort of our own home. I just found out how to get all day energy. I just found out how we can lose weight without dieting. A lot of times, keeping the end in mind. And of course, we can kind of, fine tune this and make it more vivid. So a lot of times you can kind of add, not to make it too long, but when you kind of brainstorm with each other, you can kind of say, this sounds good. So if I said, hey, let's go out to lunch, well, okay, sure, I'll go out to lunch. Maybe I like you. We'll say, oh, hey, let's go get some pizza. Oh, okay, yeah, that sounds pretty good. What if I said, there's this brand new place. They have hand tossed fresh pizza. It's crispy on the bottom. The gentleman trained in Italy for 20 years. He brought this brick oven back, and it's the freshest, amazing pizza you'll ever have in your entire life. Fresh vegetables cut every single day. Now our mouth is watering. So a lot of times we take the basics and we kind of add to it, kind of make it a little bit more valuable to our icebreaker. So here it is. Here's the formula that you can kind of snapshot or watch the replay. Is figure out what the benefit is. I just found out how we can have all the energy. I just found out how we can boost our immune system from the comfort of home. If you ever like to know, I'd be glad to tell you. So it's not a push, push, push. It's a, oh, wait a sec. Can you please tell me more? And imagine our brand new distributor saying this versus trying to memorize all the ingredients and things that, or, the keywords. And I do want to, I normally put a disclaimer at the very beginning is I believe in 3 habits, personal development, meeting a new person a day, and of course, going to company events. So company events are great. May not be the perfect time right now to go to company events, but company events are great because yes, they will get you the product knowledge. And that is amazing because you feel that sense of camaraderie. You feel the, you feel the belief in your company, the belief in the industry. A lot of times that's great information. We just don't want to share all of it to the prospect right away. It's great to do. It's great to have. And I've done events since 1994, attended events. So it's a long time. What is that, 26 years? Either way. So we want that knowledge for internal, but for the prospect, we want to keep it simple and then give them more information. So hopefully that makes sense as well. So yes, is there any thing you want to translate or anything that we should kind of do to help really make that icebreaker into a bigger word picture? I'm here for you.
Okay, well, I really like that. Just so you know, I also have been reading that same book that you were promoting here. And I like how easy that sounds when you're having a conversation with somebody of, I just found out. And in Danish, it's the exact same thing. You say that, I bet, in any language, and people are like, what you just found out? If you say, I just found out, and even just take a pause, I think people want to know what you found out.
It got me too.
Well, you know what I just found out? That it's really fun to listen to Keith. And if you want to know more, I'll post some more videos. So, but there's a lot of fun things that you can do when you're talking to people about the benefits. I think this is a really good way of having an outline to have exactly what you could say with many different benefits. We have a lot of benefits with our products, so we could definitely use that. Oh, you're muted again, Keith. Hang on, you got to unmute yourself. We're still muted. Well, I'll just keep on talking, but we would much rather hear you, Keith. Well, I know you know how to do this. You're the expert, actually. So we just need to, maybe you hit a button and ended up on a different page. I know I've done that before. And then you need to figure out which button actually to go back to the Zoom on there. Okay. Can you try unmuting me again? Yeah, I was going back and forth and it won't let me do it. I know it's got to be your unmute because I've unmuted you more than once. Huh. We're stuck. We need to have our speaker on here. Okay. How about if you stop sharing for a moment? And then what I will do is I will first unmute everybody and then mute again. Let's see. I don't know how that can happen. I'm going to just unmute everybody. And then I'm going to mute everybody again.
Okay.
And then I'm going to unmute you. Oh, wait. Renee, that wasn't that ended up there. I'm unmuting you.
Okay, excellent. I think I'm unmuted now.
Fantastic.
I was just trying I didn't want everyone to think I was, didn't want to hear me drinking.
I don't know. Something happened, but I'm glad that you're back.
Yes, I saw something in the comments said we can only say support instead of boost. Yeah, so you definitely want to make it legal, but at the same time, a lot of times you can kind of work where like boost your body's way of fighting disease. There's certain things you kind of have to play with it, and you can use different adverbs and adjectives. But a lot of times, just kind of figure out what works best and what feels comfortable. I think it's the most important part is comfort.
So Keith, let's just, because a lot of these also are icebreakers when you get to talk to somebody. And right now, with the coronavirus, some people you know, you have the positive people and you have the negative people and you have some people kind of like this. So, you know, are there things that are different now during the coronavirus time that we need to think about when we're doing icebreakers?
A lot of things is yes, we won't be face to face with a lot of new people for a long time. And I don't really like to spend a lot of time on social media, but at the same time, you can spend 10% on social media or spend 10% on finding new people. There's a big thing. So if you go to, I'll just use Facebook for example. Facebook has a big search box. It's like Google. It's not just looking for people. You can type in people that graduated Clear Lake High School in 1993, and you're going to pull up a couple hundred people that actually typed in their where they graduated school from, or you can type in certain hobbies. People that like knitting in Houston, Texas. People like running in your area. Whatever your hobbies are, a lot of times you can kind of connect with like-minded people. And it's not to, oh, I want to use my icebreaker right away. It's, oh, send them a message. Hey, I'm just trying to connect with people that I graduated high school, just see what people are up to. I'm just kind of contacting people with like-minded that share the same hobbies. I'm just trying to connect with you, and that's really all it is. So yes, you can build on a couple of, you can do 10 of those a day, and yes, 5 people, their accounts are inactive, and the other 5, they may have other stuff going on. Here's a lot. Don't worry too much. That's why I don't really spend a lot of time with it. But here's the best thing: if you click on about or info, and I forget what the terminology is, they change things all the time, is it tells people, their job title. So say, oh, hey John, great to catch up with you. I see you work at Exxon. What exactly do you do there? What are they going to do? They're going to tell you, oh, well, I'm a engineer, structural engineer, piping engineer, or I'm in sales, whatever. So a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, they're going to ask what you do. So hey, I'm just trying to catch up, see what people are into, see what people are doing. I see you work at Exxon. What exactly do you do there? So a lot of times, yes, and that's just a certain part of it as well. And the big thing is a lot of times when we get all excited about our company, we say, okay, I really want to post up this ad. Okay, well, sometimes we have to say, okay, wait a sec. Do people really want to see another ad? A lot of times it sounds great, and sometimes it does work, by the way. It just may not get as much value as saying, I'm looking for people with this problem. So remember, we all have problems. We all have credit card bills or car payments or health issues. So when I say I'm looking for people with this problem, I'm looking for people that I want to say that want to. No, I can't say boosting. What do we say? Looking for people who want to boost their body's ability to fight illness. We'll figure out a legal way of saying it. I'm looking for people who would like to work at home 52 weeks out of the year, not just during the virus time. I'm looking for people, and a lot of times we say, well, okay, I know somebody like that, or this is something to me. So if you say, I'm looking for people with, and create that or bring in that problem that you think most people have in your circle, then it's so much easier than saying you need to do this, you need to buy this, which does work, but we want it to be very effective. Oh wait, they have a business that solves problems. I'm in. Just like restaurants, they solve problems. If we weren't too lazy to cook all the time, then they wouldn't be in business. Yes, you can make the exact same meal for 30% of the cost. If your meal costs $10, for lunch it should be $3, really. But we go there because, I really don't feel like cooking today. So they're solving problems. Our business needs to be about solving problems, not pushing. It just makes it a lot easier, especially for new distributors.
And that falls so much into what we're trying to train on. It's just giving us some tools to use for that. Like we're saying, make a friend, find the need, transfer the feeling. Make a friend, because this is a relationship business, as you're saying, getting out there and making that contact and not jumping in right away. And it's harder to make that friend when you're posting just on Facebook. But finding the need is also being a good person and asking a lot of questions and being, genuinely interested in somebody. And then you can tell already, I mean, even though you're not part of our company, you can tell that you're excited about this. And I think our excitement is something that's also contagious. And so that helps out too in building this up. But having the right things to say is getting people's attention and getting people to listen. And almost, it automatically makes them listen when you say a certain amount of sentences. And that's why this book is quite interesting to read about. And I recommend it for everybody. So
Yes, as long as you find like one or two that you feel comfortable with. I mean, there's like 5 examples, and there's so many different formulas. It's all about what do you feel comfortable saying, because what I feel comfortable saying may be completely different than the next distributor. It's really what works best for you. You know, what do you feel comfortable saying? Okay, let's do it. And yes, it's just like the first time you tried to walk. You probably don't remember the time you tried to walk when you were a year old, but trust me, it was pretty clunky. I can guarantee it. I don't see any natural walkers, in 6 months. But eventually, we don't really have to think about it. I don't have to think about. We went on a run today with me and my daughter in the morning. I know exactly what to do if there's a stoplight. I stop. I don't have to think about things, or I can find my way home without thinking about it. Have you ever driven somewhere and you drove and you got to your destination? You go, I don't even remember driving. Like, was I driving? That just happens all the time because your subconscious takes over. I don't want to get too technical, but pretty much your brain has these programs that says, oh yeah, if there's a stoplight, you stop. Your subconscious takes over. So once you do things so often, you don't have to think about it. So you don't have to think about walking anymore. You don't have to think about driving. It's the same thing with icebreakers. You don't really have to think about, oh, what am I supposed to say? Oh yeah, hey, I just found out. Or, oh yeah, I show people how to. And it's easy. It just takes a little bit of practice, and you can practice in front of a mirror. You can practice on Zoom with your upline. You can, spouse, kids, anybody. It's just all about just saying it a couple of times. You're like, oh, this is easy. That's what we really want, is for it to be easy for people.
and actually, that's what I would say this is, when you can learn just a few handy sentences. And I remember the first time I heard Big Al speaking about things and thinking, oh, that sounds super. It sounds too easy to work. But it does work. I don't know. You just have to get out there and keep practicing.
Yeah, a lot of times we have old programming. It's like, what worked a year ago or 10 years ago or 26 years ago now that I've been involved, it doesn't work it used to work. It's just things change. And a lot of times we just kind of have to keep it kind of ahead of the curve. Like, what, how do people like to be communicated now? A lot of times what we used to do 26 years ago is completely different now. So, but the same thing, stay engaged with your group on Zoom, especially now. Go to those company events, because when you walk in, it's like it's an experience, and people you feel, um, you know, surrounded by the company. You feel surrounded by people, and it just kind of gives you a bigger belief. And they're going to give you some great information. Let's just make sure to share the information the prospect wants, and the rest is when for training. The rest is when to keep them into the business, not just, oh, just want to try the product. Okay, great, try it. Distribute whatever path they may want. That's great. At the same time, let's give them more information so they stay in, because if they stay in, they're going to feel healthier. They stay in, they're going to build a business. Some people take longer than others, but at the same time, it's amazing, because I just love this industry, because there's so much cool products out there, and we can get people to. Some people may not ever want to be full time. Some people say, I just want $500 a month so I can stop sweating at the end of the month when I got to pay the bills, or so I can save up for a vacation, so I can just get rid of this goofy car payment, so I can there's so much that we can offer. It just what's good for them.
And I found a way I found a way to and answer those questions. I love that. Well, Keith, it was really helpful. I think we've taped this, and I am going to post it to our team Zinzino Denmark page. And I think people are going to have some good ideas brewing from that right now. And maybe we'll start posting those in the comments, so people can start coming up and using each other's ideas of both from what needs we know people are looking at, especially right now in health. And I mean, there's so many people that it's affecting their income right now. There was a lot of people signing up for unemployment. So we know that we have something for a lot of the people that are looking right now, plus the benefits that we can have, and using these different outlines to make them match to maybe catch people's attention. Instead of catching anything else, we're catching the people's attention. Then that's contagious. That's what we want to have, contagious. the excitement and the fun, not any other things.
Yeah. No, I love how you have a group page where people can post, how about this one? Okay, well, have you tried this one? This is one I like. And yeah, the more ideas, the better, because I mean, I learn stuff every single day. You know, I find something I want to learn. Just because, you know, I write books doesn't mean I know it all. By all means, I want to, you know, keep upping up my game in all my businesses. I just love it.
Well, we thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to be here with our Zinzino family. We do consider your entire family. We have many times Art and Ann and Big Al here at the Zinzino event, so we know all you guys so well, and we just thank you for being a part of our evening here in Denmark.
Yes, anytime. Sounds great. Appreciate it.
Fantastic. Thanks for being on, and have en rigtig god aften til alle sammen. Jeg håber, I fik rigtig meget ud af det. Det gjorde jeg selv. Og jeg håber, vi poster rigtig mange forskellige ting ind i de her forskellige måder, man kan se tingene på, ind i kommentarerne. Så jeg glæder mig til at se jer en anden gang. Kan I have det rigtig godt alle sammen? Så vinker vi alle sammen. Hej hej! Farvel alle sammen.
Hej, Carla.
Hej.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.